This is your definitive video of how to change your 12-volt battery on your 2005 to 2026 Ford Mustang, and really most likely until 2030. This is also a video on the proper procedure on how to charge your battery and the do's and don'ts of both. So let's get started, but right before we put the pedal to the metal, I'm Johnny from Johnny's Car Care and Reviews. It'd be extremely helpful to this small family business if you can hit like button, share with anyone that might need this information, and of course subscribe with bell notifications turned on. Now let's put the pedal to the metal and get right into things. First, let's cover the do's and the don'ts. The don'ts. Make sure you got the accessories off, the keys out of the vehicle, and give the vehicle 2 minutes, because Ford says that it takes up to 2 minutes to kind of power down and let some of these modules and electronic components get through their final, I don't know, let's call it the release off process. And step one, all right, before we get started, I highly recommend it. You use gloves. You've got goggles to protect you against acid. You've got a wrench in case you can't get the plastic terminals off by hand in case they break on you. You're gonna need an 8mm socket, a 10mm socket, and the wrench as well. You're also, if your Mustang's completely kaput battery-wise, hopefully the rest of the car isn't kaput, you're gonna need the keys. So let's cover this. For the key here, you just pop it out. And let's get to the next step for getting the plastic off the back of the vehicle. All right, so the real step one, if your battery is completely dead, you can't get into the vehicle. You're locked out. When the battery dies, you're stuck outside of the vehicle. So right here, pretty simple. You can just take the key out by pressing. So the top of your key fob is actually a key. Sorry if there's vibration. Winston's sitting on his mom. Mom's filming, so in the comments say, thanks Marie for filming. And my little trick here is to actually have the microfiber towel behind here, because as I pop this out, you're gonna have to slide the cap towards the rear of the vehicle. So you get your key, there's a little rectangle indentation. You get the key in, you can feel a little resistance. You push up about 1/8 of an inch from that resistance. So yeah, if you get in close here, so it goes in, you meet a little bit of resistance. Then you just need to push in about 1/8 of an inch and you try to wiggle this off. Once you see the separation line, pull the key away safely and pull back, and there we go. Off, simple. I've scratched a few cars doing this, so I want to cover this for you guys because I've got a lot of practice, unfortunately, of scratching cars now that I can do it with perfection. If the wife locks me out of the car when the vehicle battery is dead, I can get in, and then to put it back on, which you'll do at the end of the job, because after it's pretty simple, it's a keyhole. You'll put it in and turn and open the door. Now let's go to step two. Now, to the do's of the video. First of all, very important, and it's also a don't. Don't disconnect your positive first. Do disconnect the negative first. And if you're gonna be charging the battery, which we already did, we took the battery charger, plug on your clamp to the negative first, then to the positive, then you can connect it all in and charge the battery. When you go to take it off, you're gonna take the positive off first, and then the negative in second. So let's do that. Let's start with taking off the negative first. So putting the battery back on, we'll put the positive first. Right now we're gonna take the negative off. All right, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. So here we go, get the terminal, the negative terminal off first. Then you're gonna wanna put it somewhere. You're definitely gonna wanna put it somewhere where it's not gonna come loose and make contact with the new battery, or if your old battery isn't completely uncharged, the old battery. Now that the negative battery terminal is off, it's a little harder to slide, and I don't wanna pry it open over the engine block in case I slip off and scratch the metal. I'm gonna take off the positive terminal and might have to do it the same way. I might have to go up The negative has an earlier bolt that you can take off, so you can slide out the battery while still leaving on the main part of the terminal. And once it's out of the engine bay and there's no chance that my little pry bar slides off, well, I can safely take it off out of the engine bay. So here we go. You want to do this process very carefully to not drop the battery. I'm not going to take it over the paint. I'm going to take it over the front of the vehicle. And there we go. And now that the battery is safely out of the vehicle, I can pry off or wiggle off with tools the terminal, the negative terminal, without having to worry about sliding off and scratching the paint. Now, before you put in the new battery, make sure that's the retaining bolt and bracket. Make sure you've kind of spied in here, you've got good lighting, and you'll be able to find that hole again, because you're gonna need to be able to connect this all back together. So let's get right to that process right here, right now. Now, right before getting started, do remember that if your old battery has acid, visible acid, it's always better to wear gloves, and it's always better to wear goggles or glasses as well, because, well, it's acid. And on that note, don't throw this out in the forest or near a stream or in a field or really anywhere. Bring it back to a center that will properly recycle the battery, please. So don't just throw away the battery, bring it to a recycling center. Now, before we get the new battery in, we're making sure we're visually noting where the bolt hole for the bracket is. Now we're gonna drop in the new battery. Trying to carry the battery not over the fender, but over the engine bay in case I drop it. Do not wanna drop it onto the sheet metal of the car. The positive goes towards the driver, closest to the driver. The negative, closest to the passenger or the passenger side of the vehicle. Now that it's all level, before going too far, I'm going to make sure that I can get this back in. Get it started by hand. Checking it. Check your battery. Battery is fast and tight. So if we take a tight corner or accelerate or brake hard, this isn't going to be flopping all around. And now we've got the black terminal. So the negative terminal has, well, a line on it to represent negative. We'll put that back on. Get it slid on, but don't forget to take your caps off first. That's kind of comical. There we go. Don't forget to take your protective cap off. Get your gloves and glasses on. Switch back to the 10 millimeter.
Putting the pedal to the metal on every car and truck we review. Covering the good, the bad, and the ugly, so you don't get fooled. For the love of cars, trucks, family, and dogs, we will save you thousands. Here at Johnny's Car Care and Reviews, we have got you covered like one of those 90s leather car bras. Now rev up that thumbs up button and subscribe to help feed and dress those dogs.
Top is off, and now we took the black off first. Always double check the instructions, but we took the negative terminal, which is going to be black and is going to have a little line on it to represent negative. We took that off first, so we're going to be putting the positive back on first. Now we are going to be connecting the positive terminal first. That's the red one. It has the positive. In case you don't have the red cap on anymore, it's going to have the positive, a little plus sign on it. And on some vehicles, you'll see other power lines running to it. This is all taped up on the Shelby, and yes, this works for Shelbys as well. So these are all Mustangs 2005 to likely 2030. All Mustangs, EcoBoost, GT, as well as the Shelby. And now we just need to tighten this all up again. Put the cap back on. And now for the negative cable that we made sure you don't leave it hanging around so it can just accidentally get pushed back on. So we really tucked it away. Now put it back into it. Ooh, little channel. Always good to have the gloves on. Much less secure. And do make sure you check the battery. No point in putting this all in if your new battery happens to be a dead battery or an uncharged battery. You might as well charge it outside of the vehicle. Bolt back on. Start it by hand, finish it with the tool.
Double check, make sure everything's secure.
Recover the little cap here that covers in case, protects it against a bit of protection against water or the acid coming from the terminal. Going around, collect your tools. And now for recovering this. I'm gonna cover this right here, right now. You got little clips up here. They're gonna go in the little slots up here. And I didn't even get your little plastic trim back on. Keep the dust off the battery. You put the little parts that stick out into the slots. Male, female, and you've got an extra little, well, we've been taking this off and on so often that there is a little clip here. You can pop it back out and put it back in to hold it down here. But I've had bad luck lately, so I'm gonna wait to make sure that this battery is a good battery before we go ahead and do that. But that's all the do's and don'ts. Remember, get your 8mm, get your 10mm, have a wrench, good to have some pliers nearby to take off in case you need to pry off the terminal or the plastics off your new battery. And there we go. It's as simple as that. I highly encourage you to do it. I highly encourage you to wear gloves and glasses. Do as I say, don't do as I do. And until next time, I wish you all more cars and more power. If this video has been helpful, please hit the like and share button and make sure you're subscribed with bell notifications turned on. Thank you so much for watching, and a very special thank you to the members for really helping to sponsor the channel and make all this happen. Thank you so much, members. All right, now, if you just need to charge your battery, here's the trick. Don't plug in the charger. Leave the charger unplugged. Do plug your positive first, then your negative, then plug in your charger. Your new battery might not be good, 1. Your new battery might not be fully charged, 2. So I put in the new battery, I'm testing it. At first it said 50%. With a little bit of time, it's now reading 100%, so we're good. The test passed. I should have done this on the ground because yes, cords can cause a little bit of problems. Sparking under the hood can get you scared and have you hit your head, and then your whole hood closes down. All sorts of accidents can happen. I'm thinking back to Tim Allen and Home Improvement. But when it comes time to take off the battery terminals, you're gonna do the reverse process. You're gonna unplug your battery charger. So the charger is now unplugged. You're gonna take the negative off first. So don't take the positive off first. Do take the negative off first. Then do take the positive off. And as a good rule of thumb and a good habit, never have these two touch. They'll spark up. Your wife will get scared, especially if it's at her feet. I don't know if I dropped it on the ground incorrectly or if she kicked the two together, but we're not here to blame anyone, especially not me. So until next time, my friends, I wish you all more cars and more power. Godspeed and God bless. All right, now don't just drive away, because if you do, your battery is going to be dead within months. Because what happens is these vehicles, these Mustangs, are equipped with a battery age monitor. And if you just drive away, the vehicle, the battery age monitor, and alternator are going to treat your new battery like the old one. It's going to overcharge it, and it's going to prematurely destroy the battery. So you just need to click right here to catch the video. That's going to show you exactly what to do. There's a procedure, and within under 1 minute, I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do so that your new battery or fully charged battery gets treated correctly, so that battery can live on and not cost you money because you're switching them every year.